Chosen One, stop everything you are doing right this instant. Don't you dare ignore what I am about to reveal to you, because what I am going to tell you today is not some made-up story to make you feel special. This is something that actually happened in dimensions that most people don't even know exist. Someone who hates you with their entire soul did something so extreme, so desperate, so absolutely dark, that they crossed lines no human being should ever cross. This person was so consumed by the envy they felt toward you, so internally destroyed by not being able to be who you are, that they decided to turn to the only force they thought could finally end you. They gave your photo to the devil, and before you think this is metaphor or poetic exaggeration, I need you to understand something very important. I am talking about a real spiritual act, where your image, your essence captured in a photograph, was delivered to the darkest forces in the universe with one specific request: to destroy you completely. But here is where the story takes a turn that not even God anticipated would happen this way. Because what the devil did when he received your photograph left your enemies absolutely terrified and forever changed how the dark dimensions perceive you. If you feel like this message reached you for some reason you cannot explain, subscribe to this channel right now and turn on all notifications, because the revelations I share here are being systematically hidden by those who don't want you to awaken to the level of protection that is already operating in your life without you knowing. And stay until the end, because I am going to show you exactly what the devil saw in your photograph that made him back away, and why your enemies now live in terror, knowing that not even the Prince of Darkness wanted to touch you. Write 777 in the comments to confirm that you recognize there is something different about you that even dark forces can perceive. I need you to understand the level of hatred someone has to feel to do what this person did. We are not talking about criticism behind your back. We are not talking about gossip or common sabotage. We are talking about someone who exhausted every human option to destroy you and decided that the only solution was to turn to powers that most people are afraid to even mention. This person spent entire nights thinking about you, not romantically, obsessively and destructively, analyzing every single thing you do well, every quality you have that they don't possess, every reason why life seems to flow for you while for them everything is constant struggle. And at some point, in the depths of that sick obsession, they made a decision that would seal their own fate. If human methods weren't working to destroy you, then they would turn to methods that transcend the human. You know what is most disturbing about all of this? That you probably know exactly who I am talking about. As you listen to these words, there is a face that appeared in your mind. There is a name your intuition whispered. There is a person you always knew hated you with an intensity that had no apparent logic. Your intuition didn't deceive you. That person you sense it is, probably is, because chosen ones have a gift that few recognize, the ability to perceive hidden intentions. You always knew who was sincere with you and who was pretending. You always felt when someone smiled while internally wishing for your downfall. You always detected the fakeness, even when you couldn't prove it with concrete evidence. That is not paranoia. That is spiritual perception operating through you. And that same perception is the reason why this person hates you so much. Because you can see through their masks, you can perceive their true nature. And there is nothing more terrifying for someone who lives off appearances than to encounter someone who can see the truth behind the facade. What I am about to describe is not cinematic fantasy. It is a practice that has existed since ancient times and that desperate people continue to use when they feel they have no other option to get what they want. This person obtained a photograph of you, maybe from your social media, maybe one that someone passed to them, maybe one they took themselves when you thought they were simply using their phone. It doesn't matter how they got it. What matters is what they did with it. In spiritual tradition, a photograph is not simply an image printed on paper. It is a capture of essence. It is a fragment of energy frozen in a specific moment. That is why ancient cultures feared photographs. And that is why practitioners of dark arts use them as direct connection to the person they want to affect. This person took your photo and performed what I can only describe as a formal delivery. A direct request to dark forces. A contract where they offered your image, your essence, your identity in exchange for your complete destruction. Imagine the level of hatred necessary to do something like this. Imagine the darkness that has to inhabit a heart to cross that line. Imagine the desperation of someone who feels that the only way to feel better about themselves is to eliminate you from the equation completely. And while performing this act, they were absolutely convinced it would work. They were certain they had finally found the way to end you. They were convinced that the dark forces would confirm everything they believed about you and proceed to destroy you systematically. But they made a fatal mistake, a mistake that would reveal not your weakness, but your true nature. A mistake that would activate protection that neither they nor anyone who attacks you ever imagined existed. This is where the story becomes truly extraordinary. Because when your photograph arrived in those dark dimensions, when your image was presented before forces that have destroyed countless lives throughout history, something completely unexpected happened. The devil looked at your photo, and in the instant his perception touched your essence. Something in him changed. I need you to understand how perception works in spiritual dimensions so you can grasp the magnitude of what occurred. Entities, both luminous and dark, don't see the way humans see. When they look at a photograph, they don't see paper with ink. They see directly into the person's essence. They see their spiritual origin. They see their energetic frequency. They see invisible marks that the soul carries from before birth. And when the devil looked at your photograph, he saw something that made him stop immediately. He saw a mark, a seal, a spiritual signature that he knows perfectly because it has existed since the beginning of time. A mark that indicates that soul doesn't belong to him. That person operates under different jurisdiction. That touching them would mean violating agreements that not even he dares to break. You carry the seal of the chosen. It is not a mark visible to human eyes. It is not a tattoo or physical sign. It is frequency. It is vibration. It is an energetic signature that identifies your soul as belonging to a specific spiritual lineage. And that mark is instantly recognized by any entity operating in dimensions beyond the physical. The devil looked at your photo and dropped it like it burned. Not because you were afraid of him, but because he knows perfectly well what happens when you touch someone who carries that mark. He knows the consequences. He has seen what occurs when that protection is violated, and for the first time in a long time, he chose to retreat. For those who want to go deeper, there is exclusive material in the description and pinned comment. Now, imagine the scene from the perspective of whoever delivered you. Imagine this person waiting for confirmation of your destruction, waiting for signs that they had finally managed to eliminate you, waiting for results from the pact they had made, and instead they received silence. Worse than silence, they received rejection. The forces they invoked refused to touch you. The request they made was denied. The contract they offered was rejected. And in that moment of absolute confusion, something terrible began happening in their own life. Because there is a spiritual law that few know, but that operates with mathematical precision. When someone tries to use dark forces against a protected soul, that energy doesn't simply disappear. It has to go somewhere, and the only available place is back to whoever sent it. All the hatred they projected toward you is now ricocheting directly back to them. Every destructive intention they channeled in your direction is returning multiplied to their life. Every gram of dark energy they tried to deposit on you is now depositing on them. And the most devastating part is they cannot stop it. They cannot reverse it. They cannot negotiate their way out, because they themselves activated this process when they decided to attack someone who shouldn't have been attacked. You are going to start noticing that this person faces inexplicable difficulties, problems arising out of nowhere, opportunities disappearing without apparent reason, relationships mysteriously complicating, health beginning to fail in ways doctors cannot fully explain, and they will search for logical explanations. They will blame the economy, stress, bad luck. But deep in their being, in those early morning hours when the mind cannot escape the truth, they will know exactly why all of this is happening to them. Now, I need to explain something that will completely change how you understand your own life and the difficulties you faced. You are not an ordinary person living an ordinary experience. You are a chosen soul who came to this world with a specific purpose. And souls with specific purpose receive specific protection. This protection doesn't mean you will never face difficulties. It means no difficulty will be able to destroy you permanently. It means every attack directed at you will be neutralized or transformed. It means forces greater than any human enemy are constantly operating to ensure you complete your mission. Think about your life for a moment. Think about all the times you should have been destroyed and weren't. Think about all the situations where it seemed like everything was lost and mysteriously you found a way out. Think about all the people who tried to sink you and ended up sinking themselves. That wasn't coincidence. That wasn't luck. That was your protection operating in dimensions you cannot see, but that constantly work in your favor. And the fact that not even the devil wanted to touch you confirmed something your soul always knew. But your mind doubted. You are different. Not because you are superior to others in a human sense, but because you carry a frequency that spiritual dimensions recognize as sacred. If you look at your life honestly, you will see that the signs of your chosen nature were always present. Since you were a child, you felt like you didn't completely fit in, not in a sad or victimized way. You simply knew you were different without being able to explain exactly how or why. You had sensitivity that others didn't have. You perceived things others didn't perceive. You felt emotions with intensity that others considered exaggerated. And you probably spent years thinking something was wrong with you, when in reality something was extraordinarily right. That sensitivity that made you feel vulnerable is exactly what makes you powerful in spiritual dimensions. That capacity to feel deeply is what connects you to frequencies that ordinary people don't even know exist. That emotional intensity that others criticized is the same fuel that feeds your spiritual light. The people who called you too sensitive didn't understand they were describing your greatest strength. Those who mocked your depth didn't comprehend they were witnessing spiritual capacity they will never be able to develop. Those who told you that you needed to be more normal didn't know they were asking you to turn off the light that makes the devil retreat. When he sees your image, you were never too much. You were always exactly what you needed to be to fulfill your purpose. From the moment your photograph was rejected by dark forces, something changed in the spiritual configuration of your life. It is as if an additional level of protection that was previously dormant has been activated. You are going to start noticing that certain things flow with inexplicable ease. Opportunities appearing exactly when you need them. People entering your life, offering exactly what you were looking for. Resources manifesting from sources you didn't even know existed. And your rational mind will try to attribute this to coincidence. You will say you simply got lucky. You will search for logical explanations that satisfy your need to understand the world in terms you can control. But deep in your being, you will know something more is operating. You will feel that there are invisible hands reorganizing the circumstances of your life for your benefit. You will perceive that there is superior intelligence constantly working to put you in the right place at the right time. That is not imagination, that is your protection acting in the physical plane, because spiritual protection isn't just defense against attacks. It is also active facilitation of everything you need to fulfill your purpose. It is removal of obstacles before you even know they existed. It is preparation of paths you haven't even started walking yet. There is something I need to say directly to those who have attacked you, are currently attacking you, or plan to attack you in the future. And although they probably aren't watching this video, the words I am about to speak will resonate in dimensions where they can be perceived. To those who conspire against this chosen one, listen well. You have made a mistake that cannot be reversed with apologies, nor corrected with superficial repentance. You attacked someone who operates under protection, you don't understand and cannot manipulate. Every negative thought you directed toward this person is documented. Every destructive action you executed is recorded. Every plan you formed for their downfall is archived as evidence of your own conspiracy against protected souls. And the justice that operates in spiritual dimensions doesn't function like human justice that can be evaded or negotiated. It is automatic, proportional, and absolutely inevitable. There are no lawyers who can defend you. There are no judges who can be corrupted. There are no appeals you can file. What you sent is already returning. What you planted is already growing. What you started is already completing, and there is nothing you can do to stop it except genuinely transform the hatred you feel in your hearts. But that would require humility you don't possess. It would require honesty you have lost. It would require recognizing that the person you hate is exactly who you wish you could be, but don't have the light to become. Now, I need to talk to you about something important that comes with the knowledge you are receiving. Because being chosen isn't just a privilege of protection. It is also a responsibility of action. The fact that the devil refused to touch you doesn't mean you can do whatever you want without consequences. It doesn't mean you can use your protection as an excuse to act with arrogance or treat others with contempt. It doesn't mean you are superior to others in any sense that justifies mistreatment. It means you have a mission, that there is something specific you came to do in this world, that there are specific people who need what only you can offer, that there is specific light that only you can radiate. Your protection exists so you can fulfill that mission, not so you can live comfortably without purpose, not so you can feel special without acting specially, not so you can boast about being chosen while ignoring the responsibilities that come with that choice. The question you must ask yourself now is simple but profound. If heaven considered your soul valuable enough to make you untouchable, even to the darkest forces, what are you doing with that protection? How are you using that gift? What impact are you generating in the lives of those around you? Because a moment will come when you will be called to account. Not for your mistakes, which will be forgiven if they are genuine, but for your inaction, for the gifts you didn't use, for the light you kept hidden when others needed it. Being chosen is an honor, but it is also a commitment, and the universe expects you to honor that commitment with every action you take. Let me paint you a picture of what is approaching your life now that this revelation has reached you. Because the simple fact of hearing this information has activated something in your consciousness that was waiting to be awakened. You are going to experience mental clarity you didn't have before. Decisions that seemed complicated will begin to simplify. Paths that seemed blocked will start to open. People you needed to meet will begin appearing as if they were sent specifically for you. This isn't magic. It is the natural consequence of operating at a frequency aligned with your true nature. When you stop doubting who you are, when you accept your identity as a chosen soul, when you embrace both the privileges and responsibilities that come with that identity, the universe responds by facilitating everything you need. Your enemies will observe this flourishing with growing terror, because every success you have will remind them of their failure to destroy you. Every blessing you receive will confirm that they attacked someone they shouldn't have attacked. Every smile you show will torture them with the evidence that everything they did against you only ended up strengthening you. And at some point, some of them will try to approach again. They will pretend they never hated you. They will act as if they were always your friends. They will try to benefit from the light they once wanted to extinguish. Your discernment will show you who deserves a second chance and who is simply seeking to take advantage. Your intuition will guide you about who has genuinely changed and who is just pretending to obtain benefit. Your protection will alert you about who remains dangerous even while wearing a mask of repentance. Trust that internal guidance. It has been protecting you your entire life, even if you didn't know it. And now that you are aware of it, its voice will be clearer than ever, closing. What I revealed to you today is not spiritual entertainment, nor a story designed to make you feel temporarily special. It is truth that was waiting for the right moment to be communicated to whoever needed to hear it. You are that person. This moment is that moment. Your photo was delivered to the darkest forces in the universe with the intention of destroying you completely. And those forces refused to touch you, not because they were weak, but because they recognized in you something your human enemies cannot see. The seal that marks souls that don't belong to them. You are untouchable, not because you are perfect, not because you have never made mistakes, not because you deserve protection more than others, but because you came to this world with a specific purpose, and there are forces committed to ensuring you fulfill that purpose, no matter how many try to stop you. Your enemies discovered this in the worst way possible, and now they live with the consequences of having attacked someone they shouldn't have attacked. For those who made it here and want to go deeper into this knowledge, there is exclusive material waiting for you. It costs less than a pizza and comes with a complete audiobook plus a 5-minute meditation guide as a special bonus. Access is in the description and pinned comment of this video. If you recognize that this revelation resonated in your soul in a way you cannot explain with words, write 777 in the comments to confirm your awakening. Subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications to receive more revelations about your nature as a chosen one and the protections constantly operating in your life. Share this video with someone you also feel needs to hear this truth, because chosen ones need to recognize and strengthen each other. And before you go, click on the video appearing on your screen right now to discover more about the signs that confirm your identity as a chosen soul and the blessings about to manifest in your life. Together we are stronger.